Hello and welcome. Today I will be demonstrating a few ways to use these lovely gua sha stones. This is a stone that has ridges in it, and it's really useful to melt away the tension. And this can also be used as a gua sha or an acupressure wand. So let's get to it. First, I'm going to pull back my hair. Then, since I already have some oil on my skin, I'm just gonna add a little bit more. You wanna make sure that you have enough to where the tools are gliding, but not tugging onto your skin. It's not slipping too much, so you wanna find that in-between space that will help the process out. I am using one of my oils that I created for my husband. It is called Fortify. It smells so amazing. It's very lightweight. My husband has different skin, so I created something especially for him that will not be too heavy, that it will also moisturize. It contains squalene oil as well as lemongrass essential oil, so it smells super fresh. Just apply some onto my skin. And this is really a time that I like to slow down, get in tune with my skin, my body. We hold a lot of tension in our faces and our entire bodies. We tend to tense up our jaws. A lot of us have jaw tension from maybe grinding our teeth. This will really help to alleviate those muscles, the masseter muscle, that once it becomes overworked, it can become more strained, even building that muscle more. This will really help that out. And also, I find that a lot of people in their cheekbones have a lot of tension, so we're gonna go over some methods that we can use, as well as how we're gonna use this little edge. So I like to really pay more attention to the jaw area. For me, it's really where I clench. I start with this. And I'm making sure that I'm breathing. I won't go through a whole protocol with you. I will just go through some quick steps on how to use this. And this little edge over here, you can really use on those muscles, any fine lines that you may be having. It helps to stimulate the collagen in these areas. Also, there are some pressure over here by the ear, and this really feels so yummy. I like to use this end here between the eyes. If you are a worrier, like so many of us can be, this really helps to address the issues, help to relax that muscle. And remember that while you are doing your practice, because this is a practice, you are taking time for yourself, that you're breathing and you're checking in with your body to see what is feeling good, what is not feeling good, and really listening. So some redness is normal. We are stimulating a lot of blood flow, oxygenating the skin. And I also like to use this by the eyes. And of course, you want to be nice and gentle in this area. Pulling it towards the temple, giving yourself a nice lift here. And don't be afraid to go into that scalp area. In fact, you can give yourself a scalp massage with this and it's going to feel amazing. You just go in like this and really relax the scalp, stimulate hair growth. And I cannot tell you how good this feels. And it's interesting because you don't know that some areas hurt or they're tense until you go over them. And I'm noticing a lot of tension here, so I'm going to go ahead and use the comb edge. You can even use this and go down your neck. And usually I start in the neck area whenever I am doing my practice. And you can use this part. You want to make sure that as you're doing this, you have your other hand that is there supporting you. And it really helps to regulate the nervous system instead of having it floating out, because it's kind of creates a little bit of like awkwardness, I find, and it just really helps to ground you and just to feel more secure. And it also helps with not overly pulling the skin. I find that I see a lot of people that are just doing this, and I'm guilty of it, especially when I'm trying to demonstrate something on my Instagram and I'm using my other hand to hold the phone. But in general, you want to make sure that you have your other hand supporting your skin, because we're not trying to pull the skin or create even more tension or wrinkling in the skin. We want to make sure that we're toning the skin or toning those muscles instead of dragging them down, if that makes sense. And I really like to, I find also that I have some tension here. Again, we are working on lymphatic drainage here. That is one of the purposes of gua sha. And I find that gua sha is really great to do in the morning. A lot of us tend to have lots of fluid in the face area, and this helps to move it out of the face. And you want to make sure that you are doing the sweeping motion to move that out of the face further. And I like to use this edge over here. And under the eye even. So this tool, this rose quartz gua sha, is quite versatile. You can use it on your body to help stimulate any blood flow. If you have old injuries, this really helps to help stimulate the blood flow in the old scar tissue, which is so important, especially when it comes to healing. And now I will demonstrate how to use this wand. As I said, you can use it as a gua sha. I'll be demonstrating how to do that first, and then I will go through a facial acupressure protocol. So holding this nice and flush towards the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and get in between the jaw. This feels so relaxing. Even if I'm talking, it feels very relaxing. This is also another great tool to use if you've had an old injury to break up that old scar tissue. I remember years ago when I broke my foot, they were using a metal one that looked like this, and I can't remember what it was called, but this is what the physical therapist actually used on my foot to help heal it. And let me tell you, it worked wonders. So don't sleep on this. If you've had old injuries, it will just really help facilitate the healing. It will bring down the inflammation in the body and the skin. And I like to use this point if I'm having issues concentrating. I like to stimulate this point in the forehead area. And I find that this sweeping motion over here above the eyebrow, if you're feeling stressed, this will instantly calm you down. And this is a really great step to do if you find that you are doing this a lot, because while we are working on this area over here to release the tension, we also want to make sure that we are working on the eyebrows, because this is what is contributing to the constriction between the eyes. So you can go ahead and sweep up. I was finding that a few months ago, I was really tensing this area. And once I started doing this more frequently, this movement and this movement, it stopped happening as much. And it's as if you are retraining your body to work another way. And it takes consistency, but as habits are, it is possible to create a new one. Okay, so another way that you can use this, I demonstrated this, right? Going down, I'm demonstrating this over here with the eyebrows. You can also very carefully under the eyes. If you have dark circles, this is great. I tend to have dark circles in the morning, especially when I'm stressed. Okay, so right now I will demonstrate how to do a protocol that will balance your entire body, your chakras. If you see me looking down, I am referencing this book, Facial Reflexology. It has all types of protocols that are so amazing. Traditional Chinese medicine is really rooted in finding out what the issue is and then treating those ailments that you may have so that you can really have a balanced body. So starting off in point 365 in the chin area, I'm going to do circular motions, 20 or 30 over here. And then over here, under the lip. So we have just done the first chakra, the solar plexus, and the second chakra. Now moving on to the space between the nose and the lip, point 19. You may feel a little bit of discomfort. This is the third chakra, the solar plexus. And if at any point any of the areas feel uncomfortable, you can go ahead and pause, but make sure you go back to that area and work on it again when you are comfortable. Now moving on to point 1. This is the fourth chakra, heart chakra. And now moving to point 8, which is the throat chakra. I had such a hard time saying that. That means that I need to stimulate this area more. When your throat chakra is blocked, we have issues speaking our truth. And what happens when the chakras are blocked? Disbalance and disease can happen. So this is why we're working on bringing life force energy, stimulating oxygen, blood flow, so that we can have a healthy system. So I've obviously spent a little bit more time here and that's okay. You spend more time on the areas that need more work. Moving on to point 26 over here, between the brow area. As you've noticed, we've gone ascending because we're rising the energy. And now moving on to point 103, right here. If you're feeling any crunchy areas on your face, that is your body's invitation to work on that area. And the more you do this, the more you will, or the less you'll feel that crunchiness. And this is optional. You can work on point 0 over here to end this, where you can do this motion. And we've reached the end of this session. If you like this, please let me know if you'd like for me to show another or demonstrate another protocol from this book using this. Please let me know. I find that in combination with gua sha facial reflexology is an amazing tool to use. And I feel that it is becoming more popular because more people are starting to see the benefits of it. And let me tell you, after doing this particular protocol, I feel so calm and also rejuvenated at the same time. And I feel energized. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Again, please let me know. If you have any questions about anything that we did, leave them in the comments below. Until next time.